the very special friend of Tetfund, the man without whom Tetfund cannot perform, the man that has effectively and always collected the funds for us to spend, the chairman of the Federal Inland Revenue Service, Alhaji Mashi. And I must say this, that the minister's representative came along with the director of finance of the ministry. If you are here, can you stand for recognition? The DFA of the Ministry of Education. Are you around, please? Well, I was told he's here, and I just felt it's only right. I know the executive chairman of Federal Inland Revenue came with a retinue of directors to demonstrate their support for Tetfund. I know you are here. Can you stand for recognition very specially? Thank you so much. Thank you so much, FIRS. Without you, the Tetfund cannot perform. We appreciate you very specially. The very wonderful and supportive members of the Board of Trustees of Tetfund that have previously been recognized, I want to sincerely appreciate you for doing what the law says you need to do to get Tetfund performing. I especially appreciate you and recognize you. Oh. I know we have a retinue of dignitaries, a very long list, which I know even the Director of Public Relations could not have been perfect in recognizing you. Let me say this, that a key segment of our stakeholders are the beneficiary institutions. And I know right here we have a number of heads of public tertiary institutions, and in some cases perhaps chairman of councils of some of those institutions. You are here vice chancellors, rectors, and provosts. Can you stand for recognition, if you don't mind? Thank you very much. Only last night we were with the man that in many respects can claim to be our host, the Vice Chancellor of UNILAG. Prof, I know you are here, am I right? Of course, the Rector of Yaba. I can go on and on in the immediate vicinity and all across the country. We appreciate you. Earlier on, our brother and friend, the publisher, Mr. Jude Beckwood, was very specially recognized. We want to sincerely appreciate you. This man is a Nigerian. He is an OON awardee, and so he is part of us. He's been part of publishing in this country for a long time, and he's a member of the Book Development Committee of Tetfund. Sir, we especially appreciate you. We have with us here Chief Dan Richards, all the way from Adamawa State, a friend of Tetfund, a friend of the chairman of the Board of Trustees, and all of us. We appreciate you. But I tell you, the other one that I guess are more in number here than anyone are the representatives of the taxpayers platform. And I know you will be recognized, you will see them come here. But let me very specially appreciate you for contributing to make this occasion a reality. Can we put a round of applause for our taxpayers? And talking about tax paying, we could not have moved this event to a better venue than Lagos, where more than 50% of the tax of Nigeria is collected. That is the wisdom in bringing this event here. Ladies and gentlemen, once more, a round of applause for our taxpayers. I thank you very much. I know I've taken a little bit of your time on protocol, but I just felt it was necessary. Distinguished invited guests, Our esteemed taxpayers, ladies and gentlemen, you are welcome to the auspicious occasion of the 2014 Taxpayers Forum. Now, there is need to explain the purpose for this gathering, this annual ritual. The 2014 Forum aims at achieving the following objectives, and understandably too. One, it aims at creating an avenue for formal interaction with you, our esteemed taxpayers, with a view to appreciate you and also brief you on what we have been doing at Tetfund with the funds entrusted in us by the good people of Nigeria, the citizens. We are here also to honor some outstanding taxpayers that have contributed positively and consistently to education tax collection over the years. Three, we are here to present our scorecard and showcase our intervention activities to the public. We are also here to show transparency and accountability in the management of public funds, as I will attempt to do as I go into some few details. Now, it's important that for some that have not been acquainted with what Tetfund is and what it stands for, in the context of the law and mandate of the organization, with a few imperatives. Tetfund was originally set up as an agency to intervene in the education sector by the Education Tax Act number 7 of 1993, subsequently amended in 1998. The Act now repealed and replaced with the Tertiary Education Trust Fund 2011, which now refocuses. It indeed refocused, and that is the present position. The fund has been refocused towards the development and rehabilitation of infrastructure in public tertiary institutions. It is essentially funded through the 2% education tax on accessible profit of all registered companies in Nigeria, like I said, by our very key partners, Federal Inland Revenue Service. Now, the mandate of Tetfund is to administer and disburse the 2% education tax for the general improvement of education in federal and state tertiary educational institutions, specifically for the provision and maintenance of essential physical infrastructure for teaching and learning, instructional material and equipment, research and publications, academic staff training and development, any other need which, in the opinion of the Board of Trustees, is critical and essential for the improvement and maintenance of standards in higher educational institutions. Now, we have established conditions for intervention and disbursement framework of Tetfund, normally done by the Board of Trustees, which myself, as heading management, implement. The funding of all public tertiary educational institutions. 2, equality among the 6 geopolitical zones of the Federation in the case of special interventions. Equality among the states of the Federation in the case of regular interventions. Funds are allocated free to beneficiaries without any conditions. We have established sharing formula as follows, and that is captured in our law, that 50% of the funds that we disburse are for universities, public universities. Now, the remaining half is equally shared between the public polytechnics and colleges of education. And remember, when we say public, in this context, very clearly, and as the law proceeds to be specific, it is government-owned. And the government-owned